So good morning to each and everyone. So while we are setting up, requesting everyone to please stand for the prayer and requesting Miss Rodriguez to lead the prayer.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who sin against us. Do not bring us to the test, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Good morning.
Okay, you may now take your seats. So today, we are now delving to our next topic, which is the last two topic under the macro skills listening. So before we discuss these two topics, how about let's have a motivation first. So this motivation will test if you are active or uptake. Uptake ba mo? So this is top down and bottom up, then middle. If I say bottom up, you would sit and then up your hands. If I say top down, you would stand and then point your hands down. And if I say middle, just stand. Okay? Ay, just stand and anaan yung kumot dito. Kay middle man, anaan yung kamot. Okay? Bottom up. Bottom up. Bottom up. Sit and then up ang kamot. Top down. Bottom up. Hinay mo niya pumban. Eh, top down. Middle. Ato i-mix ha. So, basta top, matindog. Ang bottom, lingkod. Yang down, kay point, yung kamot. Yan, ang up, kay point sa babaw. Ang middle, kay anara. Ang top, tindog. Ang bottom, lingkod. Ang up, i-point sa babaw, ang kamot. Ay ang down, kay point sa ubos. Yang middle, kay point sa tunga. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Top up. Oh, na. Yan na ha. One. Bottom down. Bottom middle. Top middle. Alam, grabe nag-processing pag ito ng mga kuan. Okay, mas pas-pas ha. Para pa natin nga kuan. Sequence. 1, 2, 3. Bottom up. Top down. Top middle. Top down. Okay, so that's end our motivation for na. Nakuha ba mo? Grabe process kayo yung kuha no nga. Mag-mix sa top down, bottom up. But today, we will talk about a different topic which will be discussed by my co-discussant, Miss Hidden Buwal. So let's give her a round of applause.
Alright, so I hope that we are all feeling energized and motivated. So are we?
Yes.
Are we? Are we feeling energized?
Yes.
Alright, so good morning everyone!
Good morning.
Alright, so good morning. So in this discussion, I hope that we are ready to listen and comprehend because listening is not just about hearing. Am I right? Listening is not just about hearing, but it is about understanding, reacting, and connecting. That's why assessing the listening skills, it can be tricky. So for our topic, alright, so kindly read all together.
Performance and observation based assessment in teaching listening.
Alright, so for the overview of our topic, so we will slice our topic, so word for word or phrase, so that we will have a clearer understanding. So kindly read the first word?
Performance.
Alright, so performance. So performance means what the students can actually do or what the students can perform from the word performance. So second word is observation. So observation, it's about the teacher watching the students carefully. It's about the teacher watching the students carefully while the students are doing the activity. So the last phrase, the last word, based assessment in teaching listening. So based assessment in teaching listening, so it refers to the teachers giving assessments regarding the students' performance in terms of listening. So this topic, performance and observation-based assessment in teaching listening, it involves the evaluation of the students' comprehension by having them perform real-life active tasks, not just by letting them answer the multiple choice questions or the paper and pencil test. So this kind of assessment, so it combines with a task requiring the students to demonstrate their understanding through responses, gestures, and actions. And this kind of assessment, it is a formative assessment which can be done throughout the listening process to check the students' ability and to check the students' progress if they really complete the certain task or the listening process. So, am I understood? Is our topic? Yes. So it's kind of hard to understand. Alright, so we have here the basic types of listening. But my question first is, can a student respond or show an engagement during listening? Can a student respond or show engagement during listening? Yes or no?
Yes.
Like how? You listen lang? Or show engagement? So we will know that later on. So we have here the basic types of listening. And you may identify yourselves, we have here the 4 basic types of listening, and you may identify yourselves which type of listening do you perform inside the classroom or even now. So first is intensive listening, so all together read.
Focused, detailed, short duration language learning techniques where listeners analyze specific audio for vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation.
Alright, so intensive listening, so it focuses only on specific in analyzing audio for vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation. So to understand this further, so we have here the examples. First example is dictation. So example for this is when a teacher instructed us to write down all the words or the sentences that she will be reading. Of course, we need to listen carefully. We need to focus on the words that she or he is reading so that we can write it down correctly. So in that case, we are focusing into detail or short duration of the words or the sentences so that we can write it down. So that is an example of intensive listening. Get it?
Yes.
That's right. So second example is spotting mistakes. Alright, so I will be giving you 2 sentences. Then you will spot the mistakes by carefully listening to the sentences I will be reading. Alright. So first sentence. So I will be reading this twice. The group of people was arguing. The group of people was arguing. Can you spot the mistake in the
Yes.
sentence?
Was.
So may sakto ato.
Where?
Yes. So second example is I must to study for the exam.
I must study.
So may mistake ato nga I must to study. Right? So in that case, you are spotting mistakes. Of course, you are doing the intensive listening. So third one is distinguishing phonemic pairs. So ano nga part? So kini nga group is ako i-select ano yung group, then mubasa siya. Isa na ka, ibabasa niya mga word. At 2 words with phonemic pairs, then ano yung group, kung mo talaga group ani, inyo i-identify and spell it out in air. Or ano na sa chalkboard, isa na lang ka representative. So, kindly read and i-spell out, magawa mo isa ka representative. Ikaw. Kaduha nila, basta nila kaduha. Sige. At last. Sige, spell naman. Sige, kindly read the 2 phonemic pairs. Ganito lang to. Sige, ano lang.
Live and live. Ha? Live and live. Okay. Live and live. Live and live. Live. Live and live.
Pairs. So, let's check that later on. So, another word. Ay, ano yung punta? So, sila yung answer. Representative, radio.
Radio, go sa radio.
Diba?
Radio ang Alright, so we will check. So first is, sakto ba Razel, based sa imong pag-pronounce, ano imong pagbasa dire?
I don't know if ako ba ito pag-pronounce.
Correct.
Pero babalo siya.
So actually,
Hala, akong brain. Ako din yung
can you read?
Live and live. Sun and sun.
Alright, so alright, so thank you. So quiet. So here we are distinguishing the phonemic pairs by focusing on listening the pronunciation. Am I right?
Yes.
So the last one is distinguishing stress patterns. So you will identify the stress patterns and I will be reading the words here. Then spell ang letters nga mo ay nakapa-stress niya. Table. That T and A. Doctor. O. Present. you are doing the intensive listening. So understood?
Yes.
Alright. So the second one is intensive listening. All together read.
Listening to large amounts of enjoyable spoken content for overall understanding rather than focusing on every single word or grammatical detail.
Alright, so intensive listening. When we say intensive listening, it is the opposite of intensive. So if intensive focuses on a specific audio, while the intensive focuses on the overall audio.
Yes.
So examples in listening to podcasts, listening to shows, radio drama, and movies. So in that way, so listeners in the intensive listening don't just listen to the 2 to 3 sentences, but they listen to the whole podcast, to the whole movie for overall understanding. So next is responsive listening. Can you read?
Involves fully attending to the speaker, understanding their message, and providing immediate, appropriate verbal or non-verbal feedback to show engagement.
So when we say responsive listening, it is fully paying your attention to the speaker by giving feedback and to show that you are engaged. So when we say responsive, you are being responsive to the speaker. Examples is demonstrating constraint. Example, when your friend shared about her or his problems, then as a sign that you demonstrate a constraint, of course you will say, oh, that will be okay, like that. So that's a part of demonstrating constraint under the responsive listening. So the second one is paraphrasing. So what is paraphrasing? To paraphrase. Yeah. So when Russell is asked by our teacher to explain her understanding, and of course as a sign of being responsive to the speaker, to our teacher, then she will paraphrase all her understanding regarding the tackled lesson. So that is one of the responsive listening. The last one is the non-verbal cues. So, of course, to being responsive listener, you will, what are the non-verbal cues that to show that you are engaging into the speaker? Nothing, yeah, just a gesture, approve, what else? Raising your hand, yeah. A speaker, to a speaker, of course, so that is non-verbal cues. Last one is selective listening. All together read.
Cognitive process where individual filters incoming information, focusing only on specific relevant parts.
Alright, so when we say selective listening, so it is focusing only on parts that interest you while ignoring the rest message. So it means paying attention to what you want to hear, but not and everything the speaker speaks. So you are just selecting to what you want to hear. So examples is during conflict. Or the best example for this is during debate. Alright, so when the two defenders have the different sides that they are defending, of course, you will just select what to listen and where to listen. So that is an example of selective listening. So second one is noisy environment. So example, your neighborhood is kusog sila og music. Then imong mama nag-yapping, nag-yaw-yaw. Then ikaw nagtanaw og reels. So in that case, para nimo, asa man yung i-select o listen? Reels. Reels? Who else? Asa ba yung pilitan ninyo? Ha? Mama nga nag-yaw-yaw? Maybe. What was music? So in that case, you are doing the selective listening. What to listen that interests you the most. So the last one is during learning. Like us now, ang uban, nagtabi na sa lulong. Then, ang uban, nag-cellphone. So, in that case, you are just selecting what to listen that interests you the most. If example, mas interested ka sa imong seatmate nga nag-chika, kay nindot ang chika. So, in that case, you are doing the selective listening. So, but I'm not forcing listen mo na ako, nara na ninyo. Alright, so, can you read our quote for the day?
Wisdom is the reward you get for a lifetime of listening when you have learned to talk.
Alright, so this quote, okay. Right, so this quote means that real wisdom comes from listening more than just talking. When we choose to listen, even when we want to speak, we learn from others' experiences, ideas, and perspectives. So over time, this habit of listening helps us grow wiser and make better decisions. But before that, we're not done yet because we have I am assignment 2 topics, which is then, can we read?
Feedbacking in assessing listening.
Alright, so can you read what is feedback?
Feedback is information or responses given regarding a person's performance, behavior, or work aimed at reinforcing strengths, correcting mistakes, and guiding the improvement for personal, academic, or professional growth.
Alright, so feedback, it is the information or responses given by who will give the feedback? The students. Who will give the feedback to students? It's the teacher.
Yes.
Because the listeners here are the
Audience.
are the students.
Aye.
Then who will give feedback to the students? Teacher. Of course, the teacher. So, the feedback is information or responses given by the teacher. So, support, what is support?
Support is the act of providing assistance, encouragement, or resources to help someone achieve a goal, overcome challenges, or maintain well-being, whether emotionally, physically, practically.
Alright, so support, it is the act of providing assistance, encouragement, or resources to help someone achieve a goal. So, so the importance of feedback and support in the feedbacking and assessing listening is that Right, so how to give feedback and support? So can you read?
Give feedback with a positive approach. Point out error and
Give the correct forms. Use a scoring chart or rubric. Search for specific aspects to praise or critique. Don't compare the student to other students.
Alright, so this is really understandable and supportable. No? So first is give feedback with a positive approach. Even when your students lack or have lapses in their listening performance, of course, we need to give positive approach for the students. So second is point out error and give the correct forms. So in this part, we must know when to correct and not to correct errors. Just like what Sir Lambos teach us. Of course, we should know when to correct errors and what are the error correction techniques, like the recasts, clarification request, meta-linguistic feedback, elicitation, repetition, and explicit correction. So we will not dive into this. So the third one is use a scoring chart or rubric. Of course, for transparency for the students, so that they can check if we're to improve or we're to give progresses on their performance. So that in that case, we should use the scoring chart or rubric. So the fourth one is search for specific aspects to praise or critique. So just like Sir Mauri's gives us praises or critics. So after our report here, way back when we were just first year college, so he will give praises just like he will say, good boy. Yeah, good boys. You have good boys. Yeah, good workmanship. So that's way of praising our to the students. So the last one is don't compare the student to other students because students have different level of listening skills. And this is that because the teachers here have the teachers here is the guide to the students to give progresses and give improvements. Right, so can you read?
Good feedback is not about telling students what is wrong, but about helping them understand how to improve.
By grant. So that's all. Am I understood?
Yes.
So again, what are the four basic types of listening?
Intensive, extensive, responsive, and selective.
So what is the type of listening that focuses on overall understanding?
Intensive.
So how about the example of paraphrasing? Asession na below. Responsive. How about the focuses on specific audio?
Selective.
Focuses on specific. Intensive. So the last one is the selective, where you select what to listen. So that's all. Thank you.